Hi everybody, it is the 13th of February 2020 and yesterday PUBG Corp dropped a little bit of a surprise on us. They're adding Team Deathmatch and various other small respawn modes to PUBG by adding PUBG Arcade. An interesting move. So this is live on the PC PTS at the moment. I may even have some gameplay footage a little bit later on, we'll have to see. And it is coming to the public servers with update 6.2, which I understand is next week. So what I thought we'd do is I'll read through the patch notes, and then we can just so we know a little bit more about this when it starts, when it goes live. Forewarned is forearmed, and we can be ready to hopefully have something which will be a replacement, or a replacement for war mode, because the whole point I thought of war mode was to have fun in a small form factor type of PUBG that was respawn, where you could also get a lot of practice in with your guns. And it looks like with this version as well, you can pick the loadouts you take into your Team Deathmatch games, which would be really cool. Whether this is something that PUBG really needs now or not, or whether they should be working on different stuff, I don't know. But hey, it's great that they're adding more things to PUBG all the time. So here we go. Let's go full screen. Team Deathmatch will be live with update 6.2 on both PC and console. PUBG is founded on the premise of Battle Royale, but we know that sometimes you just need to change it up a bit. For those players, we're happy to introduce Arcade, a new feature that focuses on the PUBG gunplay you love, but in new game types to thrill and challenge you. While the idea is to continue to add and rotate games into Arcade, we're starting with a tried and true FPS classic, Team Deathmatch. First person shooter classic, but we're going to be playing in third person. PUBG's Team Deathmatch will bring intense 8v8 fights to 7 different battlefields pulled from your favourite maps. Choose from several different weapon loadouts and utilise classic PUBG gunplay and mechanics to frag your way to victory. Whether you enjoy the relentless challenge of 8v8 battles or are just looking for a new way to train your gun skills in heavy combat scenarios, you can get right into the action with Arcade. For fans who prefer Battle Royale, not to worry, our core focus will always be to bring you the most realistic and intense Battle Royale experience out there. Oh, there's a video. We'll play it because it's only short. It's interesting that they haven't gone for a objective-based game mode, because the problem with the third-person shooters with Team Deathmatch is it can get a bit campy because you can see round walls and it makes it very difficult to push. Right, yeah, so they're your different kits. Going out into the blue, yeah. Excellent. Right. Let's pause that. Team Deathmatch rules. The team that reaches the target score first wins the round. First team to win the target amount of rounds takes the match. Right, gosh. Access the loadout menu by pressing the M key. Alright, blah blah blah. 8v8. Oh, it's FPP only. First person only. Oh, that is cool. So no third person peeking. Spawn kits enabled. Open the map to select your weapon spawn kit. Respawns enabled. You respawn 5 seconds after each death. Players respawn close to friendly players if the location is safe. So that's cool. So it means we're not parachuting in. Players will be briefly invulnerable after respawning. Down but not out disabled. No knockdowns, so you're just dead. Friendly fire disabled. That's good, so you can't shoot your own teammates. Although they didn't have to do that. Kills and assists fill your boost gauge. Right. After not taking damage for 5 seconds, your health will begin to regenerate. So we've got auto health generation, while also depleting your boost gauge. Players cannot reconnect to TDM matches. Unfortunately, this includes accidentally leaving the match or crashing. Win conditions. First team to win 50 kills at the highest kills after 10 minutes wins the round. 2 round wins secure the match victory. Best of 3. Rewards. Battle points will be rewarded based on the individual score. No Survivor Pass XP is received. See, I think one of the things this developers should always do, and I'm no expert, but they should always sit down and they should have a big sign on the board, when they're making decisions about things, and say, is this fun? And then, so for things like that where no Survivor Pass XP is received. So let's say someone wants to play arcade and wants to play TDM a lot. They're like, oh my god, I absolutely love this. I really like PUBG, but wait a minute, why should I spend £10 on the season pass? Well, if I can't get any Survivor Pass XP to boost it up by playing the game mode that I really like. Unless this is just going to be for the for the short term. Players may be placed into in-progress team deathmatch matches, but won't be placed into matches which are nearing completion. Away from keyboard players will be removed from the match after prolonged inactivity. The battlefield. So what have we got? Let's have a look at these. Okay. So we've definitely got, I don't know, that looks like Miramar, that looks like Sandhock, that's definitely Paradise, that looks like Erangel, that looks like Ruins at Erangel, that's Vikendi. We're going back to Vikendi. Excellent, that looks like Vikendi too. Interesting. You would have thought they would have put the team deathmatches on the smallest map, wouldn't you? Karakin, because it'll be easiest to load. Team Deathmatch features 7 different battlefields pulled from 4 of your favourite PUBG match. Each battlefield was chosen to provide a different TDM experience. For example, Podvosto from Vikendi features long-range combat over a bridge, while the Docks of Sandhock battlefield provides close-quarters combat around containers. TDM will also support each battlefield's variable weather conditions, so be ready to change up your spawn kit to adjust to the map. So Erangel, it's Stalber. Oh, it's up at Stalber, not Ruin. Stalber and Sosnovka military base. Sandhock, Paradise Resort and Docks. Vikendi is at Podvosto and Peshkova. And Miramar is at Campo Militar. Respawns. In Team Deathmatch, players who are killed will respawn at respawn point based on their team's current situation. Players will respawn close to friendlies and far from enemies when possible. For example, when your team has occupied an advantageous area, teammates can respawn close to this area's perimeter. Be aware that players won't respawn when the location is considered contested due to enemies in range. In this case, they will be safely respawned closer to their starting zone. All players will spawn invincible for a brief time to help reduce spawn camping. Yeah. If Call of Duty can't get spawned right after 15 years... we're going to take that with a pinch of salt. So there's the scoreboard. So you've got blue team, red team. The different kits at the bottom that you can choose. The scoreboard in Team Deathmatch tracks more than just total team points. You can check the stats of everyone in the match, including player kills, assists, and even multi-kills. You earn points for winning rounds, and the more points you earn, the more battle points you are rewarded. Players can also earn assists by being the highest contributor to an opponent's damage after the player who completes the kill. TDM boost gauge. The TDM boost gauge fills by scoring kills and assists during the match and begins to restore your health after you haven't received damage for 5 seconds. The boost gauge in TDM works differently than in a normal Battle Royale match. When you spawn, your gauge will be 50% full and will not decrease until you've taken damage. In TDM, this gauge both heals and depletes much faster and can only be refilled by scoring kills and assists. Right, so you can't... they're proving there's no energy drinks or painkillers on the map or syringes. If 5 seconds have passed since you took damage, your boost gauge will begin to deplete by 10% per second, replenishing 10% of max health each tick until full. The boost gauge in TDM will not grant any movement speed increases. Spawn kits are sets of equipment and weapons you choose as your loadout. Players will be able to see their current spawn kit and the scoreboard by toggling the map while in game. If you change your spawn kit on this screen, it will apply the next time you respawn or at the start of the next round. There are currently 8 different types of spawn kits to choose from: 2 AR kits, 2 DMR kits, 2 sniper rifles, 1 submachine gun and 1 shotgun kit. You can select any kit you like, just make sure you're choosing the right kit for the current situation. This is just the beginning for Arcade. We'll be adding new battlefields for Team Deathmatch and we'll be watching your feedback closely for other ways to improve it. Moreover, we're planning to add new and familiar game modes to Arcade, blending PUBG's unique gameplay into thrilling new experiences. Yeah, you want to add domination and you want to add hardpoint. Kill confirmed actually would be cool as well. Have something you'd like to see make its way to Arcade? Send us your ideas. Your feedback drove the addition of Arcade. What? I would love to hear what else you'd like to see. Yeah, I guess it probably is. The problem always was that war mode wasn't a self-starting mode, because the idea with war mode, it was going to be TDM, wasn't it? That's what war mode was, respawn TDM. But the problem was, because you had to wait on the host, who was just a person, to start the game. After the time, you'd go in, you'd wait, and the bleeper, he said, bleeping out his swear word, just wouldn't start the game. So it was very frustrating. So anyway, it's on the PC PTS now. It's on the public servers 6.2, which is going to be pretty soon, and I'd imagine it's probably going to go on the console servers PTS pretty soon as well. Anyway, what do you think? Put your questions and comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.